Hello YouTube, it's Nick again. Today I thought I'd just come on and have a chat really. And the first thing I want to say is a big thank you to everyone for watching my videos, for subscribing, leaving lovely comments as you do, and all the questions, which I'm always happy to answer. And I suppose what I wanted to talk about today is the general theme of a lot of the questions I get is from people who are selling on eBay part-time and are considering taking that leap to doing it full-time. And the big question is it possible to earn a living selling on eBay? And the quick and simple answer to that is yes, it is. It's what I do. It's what many people do. I'm not the only person who's on eBay earning a full-time living. And there are as many different ways of doing it as there are people doing it. So that's not really the question, is it possible? Because many people have proved that yes, it is. Really, you need to be asking yourself that question. Can I earn a living selling on eBay? And you need to be honest with yourself and really look into your situation and your ability to earn money on eBay. And what I suggest is, because it's all very well for me to say, yeah, of course you can earn a living on eBay, you know, go for it, what have you got to lose? I would never suggest anybody take that leap lightly, because let's say you leave your job and you start doing this full time, and then you discover that for whatever reason you can't make the money you need to sustain yourself. That job will be long gone. You can't go back and knock on the door and say, sorry, can I have my job back? So you need to go into it prepared. And if you're on YouTube and you're looking around and you're doing your research, you're already doing the right thing. You need to be thoroughly prepared if you want to take that leap up. And there's a great saying actually, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And it's true. Any business that you want to start, you need to be, you need to know all the numbers, you need to have a plan and know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So what I've kind of going to suggest as a general plan of action for somebody who wants to take that leap. So this is for people, a lot of the guys I talk to and girls that I talk to on here are already earning good money on eBay as a supplementary income, and they're considering taking the leap to doing it full-time. And so I would suggest this: to find out where you are, set yourself, let's say a month, set yourself a month and work as hard as you can on eBay and really throw yourself into it. Treat it like a business and do as much as you can in that month period. And throughout that whole month, take a really accurate log of how much time you are actually putting into your eBay earning. So at the end of the month, you can say, that month I put in 40 hours, or I put in 80 hours, or whatever it is, 10 hours. It doesn't really matter the amount of time. But what you do need to work out is exactly how much you earn in that period. And that's not how much you turned over, how much stuff you sold, how much you actually earned. So the total amount of revenue you had come in, but then take off all of the costs of the items you sold, all of your overheads, as in all your fees and everything. Take all of that off and be left with your actual profit. And then you can actually look at some hard numbers that relate to you and your situation and your ability to earn money on eBay. Because once you've got how many hours you put in that month, and how much you earned, how much profit you made, you can then easily calculate how much money you were earning per hour. And then you've got something that you can compare with your 9-to-5 job now. Let's say that those figures come back and you're earning £10 an hour for the amount of time you put into your eBay business. If that compares favorably with what you're earning in your current job, perhaps taking that step is a fantastic idea for you, and you're already operating on a level where you can earn a good enough hourly rate. If those figures come back, however, and you're only going to be making £5 an hour on how you do things currently, it's telling you a couple of things really. The way you're doing things currently, no, perhaps you can't earn a living on eBay, or you need to change things and improve things. So let's say you do that for a month and it comes back that you can only make £4 or £5 an hour doing things how you currently do them. Then you need to change what you do. You need to put some systems in place to get more stuff listed. You need to be finding different stock or more stock, or concentrating on the stock that earns you good money, or whatever it is. You need to tweak that business, or really do not go full time. But it's really about looking at your situation and being honest with yourself about how much you can earn. Because like I said before, it's all very well for me to say, yes, you can earn a living on eBay. I do it, but that doesn't really relate to your situation. And then I suppose in general, it's completely down to you. It's a very personal thing, running your own business. And it's no coincidence that successful people tend to be hardworking and committed. And I think a big trait that successful people have is they're willing to adapt, they're willing to learn, they're willing to make mistakes and learn from them. And if you have those attributes, then you're always long-term going to succeed, because if you're willing to adapt what you do, you won't carry on down a path that isn't working for very long, because you also need the ability to be honest with yourself. And when something isn't working, you drop it, or you change it until it is working. And I suppose a big tip I would give anybody who wants to turn what they're doing part-time into a serious business is learn to understand the numbers, because I'm afraid all a business is, when you really break it down, it's all about the numbers. It's about knowing how much you're spending, how much is coming in, how much you're actually making in reality after all of the fees. And you have to be on top of those numbers, and you have to be honest with yourself about those numbers. Otherwise, if you don't understand that side of it, you really won't know where you are. So yeah, that's a kind of waffling ramble about my take on it all. I would always encourage somebody to give anything a go. The easiest way to fail is to not start, and starting is sometimes the hardest thing to do. But I would just say, prepare yourself, do all of the research you need, be honest with yourself about your situation. Perhaps use that technique I talked about of trialing it for a month and then working out the numbers, the real nuts and bolts numbers of where you're at with what you're able to achieve on eBay, and then extrapolate that up and see the potential that you have to earn money on eBay. And then another thing is, I answer a lot of questions now through the YouTube videos, and a lot of really specific questions about how I do things in detail and what my decision process is on stuff. And I'm more than happy to tell you what I do. I've got nothing to hide. This is just what I do. But what am I trying to say? I suppose I'm nobody special, is what I'm trying to say. And all I've done over the years is learn what works for me. But I know other successful sellers who do things completely differently and would probably look at what I do and how I do it and think that's really not how I would choose to do it. That's what they may say. And I'm just a big proponent of giving it a go, doing it yourself. Yes, take advice from as many people who will give you it, but then do it. Do it how you want it. Take advice from people and then decide your own way. The best way to learn anything is to do it yourself and learn from your mistakes. That's how I've learned. Pretty much all I know is from doing it wrong and then changing it, and finding out how to do it right. So there you go. I hope somewhere in there was something useful, and I haven't just waffled and made no sense. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you've not watched me before, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I buy and sell second-hand stuff and sell it on eBay, and I earn a living doing it. And I'm just here on YouTube sharing what I do, and I hope that people gain something out of this. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.